Okay. For summary, the answer scheme looks like this. So the first part is on content. The second part is on the language. Okay, so this is the mark for language. The maximum mark is 8. Okay, and then this is the mark for the content point. Okay. Remember last time I told you that for IG summary, normally what kind of text do you get? What kind of text do you get for summary? Lupa lah tu. What kind of text do you get for summary IG, for IG summary?
Facts.
Yes, factual opinion, factual or opinion. Very rarely that you will get a story. Okay, I was just informed that in recent years there was one or two variant, bukan semua variant tau. Okay, there are one or two variants where the summary is actually narrative. Okay, most of the time the question is factual. Contohnya dalam yang the exercise that you did last time, it is about how to improve intelligence, right? And how to appear more intelligent to other people. It doesn't include any character or the story for that character. So that is what we call factual or opinion. They give you ideas or points specifically that do not that are not related to any specific character, whether character to real or unreal. Okay, so I also told you last time that for questions which include for factual essays dalam summary, okay, if they give you two aspects to answer, for example like this one, macam mana you nak organize? Does it do you follow the sequence from the text or do you separate them?
Separate.
Okay, so you write them separately, right? Okay, this is the reason why I asked you to separate the points. Okay, because this is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On how to improve intelligence, and then how to appear more intelligent to other people. They are numbered 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Kalau tengok balik dalam answer scheme dalam question hari tu, this is the what? This was the actually the sequence. Okay, so you can see 1, 2, 3. This is not 4, 5, 6, 7. Dia bukan 4, 5, 6, 7 kat sini. 4, 5, 6 ni adalah dekat bawah, betul? Okay, and then 7, 8, 9, 10. So over here, which means that you answer the aspects one by one. You approach this one first, baru you approach this one. You answer them separately. Okay, can you use two separate paragraphs? Boleh tak?
Tak.
Okay, for SPM, yes, you cannot. For IGCSE, dalam examiner report, okay, I told students not to separate them as well in two paragraphs, but I read the examiner report for this one, for this paper, okay. They do not penalize if you separate them in two paragraphs, okay. So if you want to write two separate paragraphs, boleh, okay. Boleh tulis dalam dua separate paragraph, ada dalam examiner report. Nanti I share with you the notes pasal examiner report. Examiner report ni basically the examiner feedback daripada lepas dia orang marking paper for that year. So they write down the examiner feedback for teachers to read. Okay, so they pointed out that better candidates answer separately number 1 and 2. And then some of these people also separate them into separate paragraphs. So tak ada masalah. Okay. Okay. So far, I have only told you about summaries yang factual, right? But what happens if you get a summary where the text is actually narrative? Kalau text tu narrative macam mana? Do you follow sequence or do you follow two separate aspects?
Sequence.
Okay, there are I tak nak bagi tahu for narrative sahaja. So untuk factual, I bagi tahu this is how you should do it. Tapi for narrative, I want you to use your own discretion. Okay, maksudnya when you are answering the question, tolong decide untuk diri sendiri, fikir yang mana lebih mudah untuk examiner faham. Okay, sebab sometimes the narrative, if the two aspects are something yang can be separated. For example, if you're talking about ways to do something and the effects, okay? Kalau ways to do something and the effect, those two can be separated and it actually makes sense if you separate them, okay? But let's say, sebab I don't know kalau dalam IG dia akan keluar soalan yang similar to SPM. Kalau soalan yang similar to SPM, kalau dua aspek ni, sometimes the second aspect is about feeling contohnya. For example, feeling sad, happy ke, frustrated ke, okay? So, kalau soalan yang macam feeling, it doesn't really make sense to separate them. Okay? For example, kalau dia soalan tu tanya pasal what someone did to score in the okay, sorry, I cakap pasal score exam je. Okay, for example, what someone did to get a ticket to a concert contohnya. Okay, so orang tu ceritalah macam mana dia get the link ke and then go into queue ke, so semua tu ada banyak cerita kan. And during those processes, ada points pasal feeling. So during this process, this is how she felt. During this process, this is how she felt. Betul. So in that kind of essay, it doesn't make sense for you to separate the content point. Sebab dia akan jadi something like this. This is the process. First she did that, and then she did that, and then she did that. Okay, yang tu okay lagi. Tapi when you want to write about feeling, first she felt happy, then she felt sad, then she felt frustrated. Does it make sense? Benda tu macam tak ada makna because the feeling is something that we associate to the event, betul? Okay, but if you separate the event from the feeling, then the content point from the feeling might be unclear. Okay, whether or not you understand, sebab it could be that there are two times that she felt happy. Tapi how do you separate this happy and that happy? Mestilah melalui the process, right? Okay. So kalau you tulis the feelings that she felt when she was trying to get a concert ticket was she felt happy and sad and happy. So dia tak bagi tahu yang korang faham the text. For summary, it doesn't matter whether it is during the reading part or writing part. The aim of summary is for you to understand what the text is about. Sebab tu dia ada reading skills juga. Okay. So kalau dalam melalui your summary tu, it doesn't show that you understand the essay, then your content point takkan dapat lah. Okay, so please remember please remember to use your own discretion. Maksudnya decide sendiri apa yang terbaik waktu kalau dapat soalan narrative. Kalau dapat soalan objek bukan objek, kalau dapat soalan where the text is factual or opinion yang tak ada kaitan dengan apa-apa karakter, tak ada nama, please follow this structure. Okay. Okay, let's look at Amirul Hakim punya essay. Okay, if when you want to submit summary ke essay ke, make sure it looks like this. you scan the paper first, bukannya daripada kamera ambil gambar tu terus you upload, because it will be very blurry, susah nak tengok. Okay, please scan like this. What app did you use, Amirul?
Cam scanner.
Yes, I also use Cam Scanner, but I find that Cam Scanner has the best quality in terms of scanning essays. Okay, so please use this. I highly recommend you to use this app, Cam Scanner. So you ambil gambar, you buat ni macam ni elok, baru you upload. Okay, there are many ways to improve your intelligence. Okay, I like the start of the summary, because it goes straight away to the first part. Okay, sebab the first part dia kata apa? How to improve intelligence. And how, when we talk about how, we are talking about ways. Okay, so there are many ways to improve your intelligence. One of them is to do number puzzles. Okay, C1, do number puzzles. Okay, other than that, you should do a lot of working out. Okay, do exercise kan? Okay, you should do a lot of working out, C2. Kenapa I tak ada tulis? Oh, okay. You should do a lot of working out and have a healthy diet. Okay, healthy diet is also part of C2, right? You boleh nampak kan dua-dua part ni?
Nampak?
Okay,
Boleh.
alright. So healthy diet is also the same as C2. Okay, in addition to that, okay, you can also switch. Kenapa ada ni? Okay, in addition to that ni sebenarnya perkataan yang kalau awak tak tulis pun tak apa. Let's say kalau after you have finished writing the summary and you notice that you actually wrote more than 120 words, so these are the words that you can cancel out. Okay, okay, you can write in addition sahaja. In addition to that, you can also switch your attire. Switch your attire to resemble smart people. Dia yang dia kata pasal make changes to your clothing, wearing a white lab coat which is typically associated with intelligent professionals. Okay, so instead of cakap smart people, you might want to specify a little bit, switch your attire to resemble professions that are associated with smart people. Macam tambah a little bit of idea kat situ. Okay. Yang ni I rasa it depends on the examiner. Kalau examiner tu rasa content tu sampai, maksudnya you tak ubah apa-apa idea, then you boleh dapat markah. Okay.
Teacher,
Yeah.
kalau make changes to your attire saja.
Make changes to your attire. Make changes to your attire. Over here dia buat make changes to your clothing kan. Lepas tu dia buat hash slash, betul?
Yeah.
So I think that if you write down make changes to your clothing pun, it's actually can be accepted as an answer juga. So sebenarnya ayat yang awak buat yang switch your attire ni, I think it can be accepted as a point juga. Okay.
Okay.
Moreover, you should do challenging tasks. Okay, over here kena ada S. Okay. Do something that you are not good at, something difficult kan? Okay, so challenging. So that is good. Dia ubah and then it also has the same meaning. C4. Okay, you should also discover complex new materials. Okay, by exploiting technology. Exploiting teknologi ni you ambil perkataan daripada teks ke?
Tak.
Exploiting is you use something for your own good and normally good for you but bad for the others. That is exploiting. Macam contohnya if you say that you exploit people, maksudnya you menggunakan orang untuk kebaikan you tapi orang yang you gunakan tu dapat keburukan. That is exploit. Over here, I was thinking whether the word exploiting teknologi ni is suitable. Sebab teknologi doesn't tak rugi apa-apa pun bila you guna dia. Tapi boleh lah kot sebab exploiting technology can also means that you use for you maximum for your own benefit. Boleh lah in a sense. Okay. Complex new material. Okay. Yang ni kalau perasan Amirul dia tak tukar pun complex new material and sebenarnya tak salah. Okay. So dia bukannya just because you use the same keyword terus tak dapat markah because you do not rephrase. Tak you can still get content point. Okay, so this is C5. Betul. You can focus deeply on one topic when surfing the internet too. Focus deeply on one topic. Pick one subject and go into depth. Okay, so yang ni perkataan depth ni mendalam kan? In depth, dalam kedalaman. Okay, so from the noun depth, Amirul change the word depth into verb. Go deeply, bukan verb, adjective. Bukan adjective, adverb, sorry. How do you go? You go deeply, kan? So you go deeply on one topic when surfing the internet too. So this is C6. Okay, this is C6 and this is I like this kind of paraphrasing. Okay, sebab kalau you tukar sangat, yang cara bila nak tukar sangat macam contoh yang tak pasal yang attire ataupun challenging task tu, you can do that provided that you are confident that the wording tu doesn't change the meaning. Okay, but if you are someone who's struggling with language, I do not encourage you to change much. Okay, you can just combine the points and use cohesive device and also change one or two words sahaja. Okay, but this kind of sentence is better because instead of changing the whole sentence, you intelligently use one word from the text and change it into like adverb kan, so daripada noun ke adverb and it gives the same meaning as well. Okay. Okay, so ni C1, C2. Mana C2 tadi? Oh, I tak tulis C2. C2, C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6. So semua ni dah jawab. Okay. So kita tengok macam mana Amirul go into the second part. Alternatively, there are ways to appear more intelligent to other people. Okay. So over here, Amirul used the word alternatively to signal change into a different aspect. So tadi aspect dia adalah many ways to improve intelligence. And second thing is to appear more intelligent to other people. Can we use alternatively over here? This is accepted in the sense of dua-dua ni berkaitan intelligence, berkaitan cara nak improve intelligence and cara nak nampak lagi intelligent. So dua-dua macam nak menaikkan intelligence. Faham tak? So it is similar in a way. One is dua-dua pun pasal nak menaikkan intelligence. One, the first part is technically how to improve the intelligence itself. Second is to improve intelligence but in the sense of how you look. Okay? So there are similarity in that sense. So you can use alternatively. So selain alternatively, you can also use words like on the other hand. Okay. So and then what I like also about this about Amirul's summary is that he mentioned again, okay, the topic for the second aspect. So please do that in your summary sebelum awak beralih kepada the next aspect tu, sebelum awak point before you give the content point, please uh, please write the topic. The topic tu daripada sini lah, yang atas ni. Okay. Tulis balik the aspect before you go into details. Okay. Alright. Alternatively, there are ways to appear more intelligent to other people. For example, talking with confidence. Okay. So awak nampak tak sekali lagi, what Amirul did was actually some similar dengan yang nombor 6 ni tadi. Speak confidently, talking with confidence. So boleh je dia kata talking confidently instead of using adverb, dia tukar adverb tu kepada noun. Talking with confidence. So this is C7. You should also smile while having a conversation. Yes, C8. Smile while you are talking. Instead of the word talking verb ni, while having a conversation. Okay, so that is a good example of phrasing, paraphrasing. Okay, wearing spectacles. Okay, spectacles in exchange to glasses. Okay, kalau awak tahu perkataan spectacles and glasses, so bolehlah tukar. But there are words yang you tak boleh nak tukar perkataan dia because it is specifically named like that. So don't be afraid of using it. Okay, can make you look smart too. Okay, so this is the 9. The usage of okay, you rasa macam it's difficult to bukan difficult, you find it weird to end the summary like this kan, because suddenly tiba-tiba terus macam tergantung, betul? What you can actually do is to signal that this is the last content point, what do you use? What word can you use? Finally. So you can write finally. Finally, the usage of middle initial would work also. Okay. So over here, middle initial kan. So middle initial juga ada over here. So this is C10. Okay. So over here, you got the maximum content point 10. Tapi markah penuh adalah 8. Betul? Maximum 8 marks. Okay. So let's look at writing. Okay. The language. Okay. So this is the top band 7 and 8. Okay, kalau 7 and 8 points are very well organized and coherent. Cohesive devices. Sebab tu I cakap korang kena belajar cohesive devices sebab they specify the use of cohesive device in the marking scheme. So cohesive devices are used effectively, very good use of own words, high level of accuracy of vocabulary and grammatical structure. High level of accuracy ni yang ni bermasalah ni. Okay. For this essay, there are, I rasa macam tak ada. Ada 1, 2, 3. Only three errors. So that is not high incidence of error. Yang ni boleh kata high level of accuracy. Okay. Very good use of own words. Okay, boleh juga. Tapi I rasa it's not very good use. It's more of good use of own words. Okay. So I would give you around 6 marks for language. Tapi you jangan rasa macam bukan nak kata tak boleh pulun sampai dapat full mark. Cumanya my experience is that just because you want to gain this part, okay, just because you want to get very good use of own words, you sacrifice the points. Maksudnya bila you rephrase sangat sampai tak nampak dah macam serupa the original text, to the point that sometimes it sacrifices the content point. Maksudnya content point tu dah tak sampai. Okay. So bila kalau tak dapat pun full mark untuk content point, then that is dah rugi kat situ. Okay. Lagi satu, high level of accuracy. Kalau awak tak ada masalah dengan tulis grammatically correct sentence, then you wouldn't have a problem with accuracy. But what a lot of students encounter is that when they want to like change everything, they also tiba-tiba jadi over here reasonable level of accuracy sebab banyak sangat error. Okay, so for the majority of you who struggle to write grammatically correct sentences, I encourage you not to change too much. Cuba include cohesive device and also tukar one or two words only, macam perkataan a lot, too many, tukar macam tu je, jangan nak tukar terus the whole sentences. Okay, in order for you to get good marks. So over here, let's say I tend to be a little bit more strict sebab I tak tahu nanti in the real exam whether or not you are going to have very strict or very lenient examiner. If you get very lenient examiner, alhamdulillah rezeki you. But if you get very strict examiner, then tiba-tiba you might question kenapa teacher mark markah dapat tinggi tapi tiba-tiba in real exam tak dapat markah tinggi. Okay, so I tak adalah bagi overly strict, tapi I rasa this one I would give language around 6 ataupun 7. This is already good. Kalau you dapat 6, you dapat 14. Kalau you dapat 7 marks for language, you dapat 15. And this is over 16, which is already very good. The strategy for summary is for you to score as much as possible for content point. Okay. How many words was this? Macam pendek sikit. To improve your intelligence and appear smarter, you can try to make numerical quizzes as your habits. Okay, Marsha, my first comment is that jangan combine the two aspects in one sentence. Sebab over here you are talking about Over here you are talking about how to improve your intelligence dulu kan? Numerical quizzes, betul? This is C1. But if you dalam over here kan, but over here you letak the first aspect 1 and aspect 2 in the first sentence. Do not do this. Okay, so everyone please remember, do not combine the two topics in one sentence. Okay, so you can write down to improve your intelligence, you can try to make numerical quizzes as your habit. Okay, yang ni kita kena guna satu habit saja, tak ada S sebab you are giving one example. Betul? You should also exercise frequently and practice healthy meals. Okay, exercise frequently, good. Yang ni in terms of sentence structure, you do not practice healthy meals, you practice taking healthy meals, okay? Ataupun eating as daily diet, okay? Tapi tak ada masalah in terms of in terms of content, tak ada masalah we can still understand, okay, what you are trying to say. It does not affect the meaning, okay? In addition, you can modify your appearance and dress smarter. Modify your appearance. Ayat perkataan you don't really say modify appearance tau. You modify car, you modify your phone ke, benda-benda macam tu you modify. Okay, but appearance we don't really modify. Okay, so perkataan tu unsuitable, but the meaning tak kacau, so it's okay. you can modify your appearance and dress smarter. And also sebenarnya dia bukannya jawapan dia bukannya dress smarter kan? Dress like apa? Intelligent professionals, betul tak? Okay. Sebab apa yang ni I boleh bagi, kalau I bagi markah content point. Tapi the idea of dress smarter tu seolah-olah ada dress unintelligently pula. Okay. Ada sikit je lah tapi tak adalah mengganggu maksud pun. Next, you should put yourself forward while and try. You should put yourself forward. Yang ni yang mana?
Confident.
Confidence. Is this C4? Do something that you're not good at. Do something difficult. Put yourself forward. I rasa put yourself forward ni tak sampai maksud. Okay. And try to smile while you are speaking. Oh, this is smile while you are speaking is C8. Betul? Try to smile while you are speaking. Put yourself forward. Marsha, which point were you trying to get with this sentence?
Speaking confidently.
Speaking confidently. Put yourself forward. Tapi dia tak bagi bermaksud yang speaking.
Tertinggal speaking.
Oh,
Tertinggal.
okay, try to smile while speaking. Sebab I rasa sebab you gabung perkataan while speaking ni. Macam your idea is put yourself forward while speaking. Macam tu ke? Oh, tapi over here it doesn't give the idea, that kind of idea. You should put yourself forward. I jadi macam confused. You should put yourself forward ni maksudnya apa? Letak diri ke depan. I macam in what context? So I tak nampak benda tu. So I don't think that you get point for you should put yourself forward. Okay. What is more, when you use middle initial, you can appear to be more smarter. Okay, over here more tak perlu sebab dah ada perkataan smarter kan? So you can say, you can use middle initial to appear smarter. Okay, ni apa? Yang ni boleh dapat C10. Other than that, you can give people perception that you are smart by doing something you yourself not really fond of. Something that you are not really fond of. So do something that you don't really like. Okay, do something that you're not good at. Not necessarily like you do something that you hate. Other than that, you can give people perception that you're smart. I actually like this sentence. You can give people perception that you are smart. You can give people the perception that you are smart by doing something you are not really fond of. Doing something that you don't really like. Yang ni, I rasa dia akan jadi apa, vague. So, sebab dalam teks dia kata do something that you are not good at. Apa yang awak tak bagus lagi. Tapi I think it depends on the examiner bila dia mark paper awak tu. Sebab most people they don't really like things yang bila dia tak pandai lagi buat benda tu, dia tak suka lah kan. Because you find it hard, so you don't really like it. Tapi ada je orang yang benda tu susah, tapi dia suka je. Okay. So yang ni I rasa kalau you dapat examiner yang baik hati, mungkin dia akan terima. Kalau dapat examiner yang strict, mungkin dia kata yang ni tak sampai maksud. Okay, because tak suka dengan tak biasa ataupun tak pandai is something different. Okay.
Okay.
But let's say I bagi. Okay, let's say I bagi. This is C4. You may find it unfamiliar and hard to do, but it's worth doing. Okay. Tak apa, Marsha. what you did well is that you tambah this idea of unfamiliar and hard to do. So point number 4 confirm boleh dapat. Sebab dia bagi the idea of something difficult kan. Okay, hard to do. Okay, so yang ni boleh dapat. SC4 confirm boleh dapat. Okay, so this is good. But it's worth doing. Lastly, encourage your staff to apply technology in discovering something new. Okay, ini boleh. I faham. This one is C5. Okay, my comment. Thank you, Marsha, for volunteering to check your essay, because we can use this to to tell others. But I am sure there are a lot of you yang tulis macam ni juga. Okay, number 1, let's talk about the things that Marsha did well. I like that she uses signal markers. Contohnya bila dia kata give the perception that you are smart. So yang ni sebab tadi kalau awak perasan, Marsha dia buat dia punya sequence C1, C2, C3, lepas tu C8, C10, lepas tu C4, C5. Awak nampak tak yang this, Allah, macam mana nak undo? Okay, can you see that this is actually macam tak ikut sequence? C1, 2, 3, 8, 10, 4, 5. Nampak tak? Why? Sebab Marsha sebenarnya dia ikut sequence dalam teks. 1, 2, 3, 8, 10, 4, 5. Okay, so you what you did was actually you follow the sequence of the text. Following sequence of the text might make more sense kalau soalan tu, kalau teks tu adalah narrative, in which narrative ni banyak dalam SPM 1119. Okay, but for this kind of text yang factual, it makes more sense and it is easier to write bila awak separate them. Okay, tapi what Marsha did well, walaupun dia tak ikut sequence kan, kalau awak nampak pun ikut answer scheme ni dia tak ikut sequence of the text, dia bahagi kepada dua topik kan. Okay, what Marsha did well, walaupun dia tak ikut sequence, is that dia guna signal marker. So maksudnya nak bagi tahu that you are moving from appear smarter kepada bukan. You can give people perception that you're smart. This one is wrong Marsha, sorry. This one is wrong sebab this one is how to appear smarter, betul? Give perception. Perception adalah appearance, but you have perception based on appearance kan? Okay, I need to go fast because you have to go for your next class after this. Perception adalah lebih kepada appearance because that is what perception is. You judge based on appearance. Okay, so this is whereas C4 and C5 is not about appearance. C4 and C5 is about over here, how to improve intelligence. Macam mana nak technically improve your intelligence, nak train otak tu jadi lagi pandai. Okay, so instead of doing your summary like this, I recommend you to separate, buat dulu aspect 1 and then baru aspect 2. Okay, and do not that in the first sentence do not mention both aspects. You kena buat macam Amirul buat tadi. Buat dulu mention dulu aspect 1, lepas tu bagi tahu content point for aspect 1, and then you mention aspect 2, and then baru you tulis the points for aspect 2. Faham? Okay. This is on ingat I kena remind you banyak kali. Please remember that this is the better way to answer for factual summary. Okay, so this one C2, C3, C4, C5, C8, C10. Tapi in terms of dia pun 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So dari segi content you dapat, dari segi content you dapat 7. You lose 1 point. Okay, sebab one of the points tu ke memang you tulis 7 je? Marsha, is there any points that I did not mark? Tak ada kan?
Wear glasses kot je, saya tak bubuh.
Wear glasses. Mana? Awak tak letak ke apa teacher tak mark?
Tak letak.
Oh, awak tak letak. I ingatkan I missed out. Okay. So apa you dapat 7 markah. Language I think lesser maybe around, tapi tak adalah teruk sangat. I rasa maybe around 5, 4. Paling rendah pun 4. I can give you 5 juga. Sebab your sentence tak memeningkan. I still can understand. Okay. Tapi I think what you can improve is more on organizing the content points. Okay. All right.
Okay,
before I end the session, is there any questions that any questions yang pasal writing a summary that you do not understand, that you want me to clarify? I nak bagi link dulu untuk korang jawab. Balik form, isi balik form tu. Okay. So please remember while you are filling in the forms, I want you to remember number 1, kalau soalan tu factual or opinion, I have to emphasize this. Kalau soalan tu factual or opinion, meaning that there are no characters, whether the character is someone that is real or unreal. Real tu macam orang yang benar-benar wujud lah, ataupun unreal apa cerita yang dibuat-buat ke. Okay. Kalau tak ada karakter and they ask you to write 2 aspects, tolong asingkan. Dan asingkan and then ikut sequence from the text. Yang ni C1, C2, C3, C4, C5 tu. Yang ni baru buat yang the second part tu. Walaupun yang second part ni might appear in between the first part. Separate, okay, and then ikut sequence. Lepas separate baru ikut sequence. Okay. Kalau soalan tu, kalau if the text is about a narrative, ada cerita, ada karakter, then only you use your own discretion. Awak kena decide sendiri. Whether it makes more sense to separate ataupun combine. Okay. But I have to tell you, most of the time the text is factual. Jarang sangat untuk cerita, tapi ada. Okay. And also, you do not have to write introduction, you do not have to write conclusion. Okay. But for the first line of your summary, it has to include straight away the idea to the first aspect. Okay, so most of the time you can use sentences like there are many, lepas tu terus soalan. For example, over here, how to improve your intelligence. You can say there are many ways to improve your intelligence. Okay, first, lepas tu second, third, fourth. Okay, and then when you want to go into the second aspect, you can use signal markers like other than that. Other than that, there are ways to appear more intelligent to other people. Baru you go into the content point. That is basically the gist of, bukan the gist. That is basically the ways to write a summary. Okay. When you are rewriting the points, always remember that you need to make sure that the meaning of the content points doesn't change. Okay. Maksud tak berubah, maksud kekal sama. Itu yang awak kena make sure of. If you at one point, kalau awak rasa macam your paraphrasing tu changes the meaning ataupun you are not sure whether it changes the meaning, stop. Do not do that. Okay, if you are confident, if you feel that this is the same meaning as the one intended in the text, then you can continue with that paraphrasing. All right. Okay. That's all for today. The classes this week will be handled by Miss Wawa and Miss Ain as well. Okay. You may leave. Okay, you may leave the room now.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, teacher.
Teacher.